Our job is to do the actions asked of us. You look at the story, you play the story, you don't get inventive, you don't make choices. We're going to freak some of you out. You don't make choices, you do what's been chosen for you and you get it done. And you simply do the job. But if you really know who you are, something exciting is going to happen because you are an essentially unique human being. And that personality will show up as you're doing the work. Your job as actors is to be handed material, be cognitive behavioral and analysts, story specialists, and really in the end, and specifists, but really in the end to be people who are experts on life and how people behave. And then study a script and go, that's what the writer wants me to do. Not, this is what I think I should do with the material. It's, this is what the writer's demanding of me. And you should be sure that that's the only way to play the script. And then do the script, purely. But if you're also completely in cohesion with yourself and know who you are and you're really being you as you do it, it cannot help but be unique. Because there is only one Luza Elena. I mean, in the symphony there are several flutes, but in the symphony of the world there's only one Luza Elena, so she's that only instrument. But Luza Elena, and what's your name?
Braun.
Yeah, right, sorry, Braun. Braun and Luza Elena could both do the exact same script, exactly the same, exactly the way I directed them. And this is how you need to do the script. But because Braun and Luza Elena are such different human beings, as you can tell right here, it's bound to be different. You see? So I'm actually going to, this is going to freak out a lot of you, but you'll see in some ways that I'm in some ways terrifying you, but then I'm also releasing you of a lot of things. But I'm also challenging you to go into something much deeper, which is, there really is no such thing as choice. And when I was working with, when I coach higher-end actors, you know, Rufus Sewell is one of my clients, and I was coaching him. He like, you say the word choice, and he just starts going, gets really upset at you. There is no choice. The only choice you have is to do what's written for you. There's no such thing as interpretation. The only interpretation is what the writer asks you to do. There's no such thing as instincts. Your instincts are wrong. Get over them. Become an experienced, intelligent, intellectualized, educated actor, and know this is what the writer wants me to do, and then do it. But then, if you're really in fullness of yourself and know who you are, and have opened up your emotional life, and you're there, and then you're really doing it, it can only be the way Matthew's doing it, but I don't know that, I'm just doing what I'm doing. But then you say, oh, that's such an interesting interpretation. What a fabulous choice. Aren't his instincts lovely? I would hope you'd say those. But that's the audience's job. That's not your job. You see? There's a big, big, big philosophic difference between being an audience member and being a process craftsperson. And all of us, or most of us, come to it stuck still in an audience point of view. And the reason why you are is because you're afraid. And once we remove the ego, you jump into process, then all of a sudden everything comes alive.